So in my life, like the Beatles song, in my life, I've had my own struggles. I never got to marry the guy that I was in love with, just financially and then emotionally. He was a little bit older than me, and when I was 40, he had leukemia, so it just never worked out. But I did love him very much and still do. Jerry, I tried, but any addiction creates lies, whether it's food or drugs or alcohol. But it's a lie. You live in the pretense of a substance. I always say obese people, they just have a bigger burden to carry. There's a big burden to carry. And so I've been, I guess I came up with World Preschool a couple years before Kent died, kind of to impress him. I was like, whoa, World Peace, that'll impress him. And I started walking around with the lavender dog. One day I looked over and he was just sitting there. He surprised me and he was looking and smiling. He was so cute. And then he just disappeared. I think he saw me and he knew I saw him, and then he left the restaurant that he was sitting out at. Inspiring me, very much amused and inspiring me. So my days, day in, day out, have been meeting people, all different walks of life, all the way across the country, even in New York City with Morgan. And I used to be kind of shy, but now I've developed an ability to deal with the public, whatever they bring me. Sometimes it makes me really angry, and I've worked on not being angry. And sometimes I do, like, you're a fucking asshole. Don't ask me what kind of dog. I mean, I do not need criticism about the freaking stupid color of the dog. Let's talk shop. Let's talk military. Let's talk Iran. And people just focus on the dogs. They're just really not that important, except for as a conversation opener. But so Hillary, I think she's a smart girl, potential genius if she keeps working. You can't give up. You got to keep working. And you're going to hit some failures. And to focus on me without understanding love, what love is yet, the Storg, the Ludos, you have to go through it. I mean, I did with Kent. All those years I went through arrows. Just freaking wanted to hook up with him, but he would never compromise me in public. The only place he ever talked to me was either in his office or at the workout club. One time in the parking lot, he was like, "What are you doing later?" And I was like, "I'm busy." But so for people that say I stalked him, I probably did, but he had no fear of me. I mean, he returned all my letters and paintings and my bent thimble, which nobody seems to care about. It was more important to me than any diamond ring. It was a bent thimble, honoring me from William Kent Bowers and my work, my ideas, my concepts. Sometimes the littlest things mean the most. It's somewhere in Hillary's yard up in Fredericksburg, but I don't have a car, so I can't get up there to look for it. I guess in separating from your parents, you develop some animosity to them to create your own lives. I can see that can happen. So I guess for me, to facilitate education in my family is one of the main goals of education at World Preschool, is to also we don't get the opportunities that much in this society to be educated in the arts. It costs a lot of money. And so I want to offer that opportunity financially that would be a luxury, but it's not a luxury. It's a necessity. Charlie wants to play the piano. He needs a real piano. You can't learn. It's no fun on a keyboard. It's a lot more fun to see the hammers hit the notes. But I would get him a baby grand or old stand-up like Jack White has. I think they both should try violin and singing. And I understand about tight finances, but I also understand about being a millionaire, because I used to live with a family that was worth about 20 or 40 million, and we had a private airplane, and now we had a nanny that was 22 to drive us places, and we'd be 16 in hotels at the beach or skiing, and she was the babysitter, but she was also buying us beer. Her name was Chris. And their family's in the House of Delegates, things like that. So we had gone to New York City and saw Michael Jackson, had a limo, stayed at the Hemsley Palace. I've been to New York City and spent money. I mean, we went to a play and ate out and all that kind of stuff. But I've also been on a budget. So I'm okay with or without money. That's the way you have to be, is try to make yourself happy being you. Don't use money as a crutch, and try to teach yourself as much as you can so that you can also show your children the way. I looked over at Hillary, and she was kind of like a little child and being put in a corner. Just the look on her face when I walked by the other day. So cute. I like her short haircut. Very sweet. It's just the animosity directed at me. I'm like, well, this is not going as I had planned. I wanted us all to be together, but you're going to disbelief and doubt me. And I don't know how to not, you're so scared of everything. You're scared of riding a bicycle. I did get you on a horse. And you and Charlie are the same, and that's okay. You don't have to ride a bicycle. But if all he does is Minecraft all day, I think maybe you better put a piano in there and see what he does to give him an outlet besides computers. Thank you.